All right. We are live. Let's see.
Okay.
I think so. Looks like we're live. All right. And we're having people join. So hi, those that are joining. My name is Anuschka Alborzian. I'm an empowerment health coach and energy healer.
And I'm Dr. Rachael Meir, a clinical psychologist and health psychologist, and also health and wellness and nutrition coach.
And we come together collaborating to bring it to you all healthy living tips, because we're not only both passionate about it, but we've also both had our own health struggles, and which makes us even more passionate. And today's topic is going to be nutrition and all things pregnancy. Whether you are wanting to get pregnant, you are pregnant, you're breastfeeding, all of it, postpartum, all of that.
Yes, absolutely. And such an important topic, and one that we get tons of questions about. And even though neither one of us have been pregnant yet, we have coached a lot of clients and had a lot of customers that have asked us about what is safe to use for nutrition, what they need to avoid, what they should use more of, and felt like it would be important to come and share some of that information with you directly. And as most of you know, or anyone who's been watching our lives that we do every Monday at 3:30 Mountain Time and 2:30 Pacific, is that we both love and absolutely advocate for the Isagenix nutrition line as something that is absolutely essential both in our own lives, but we really, really strongly feel it can be impactful in others. And when it comes to pregnancy, both trying to get pregnant, have a healthy pregnancy, postpartum, afterwards, that nutrition becomes incredibly important, and that Isagenix is a fabulous and easy way to ensure that that is a priority in your life during this time.
Yes, absolutely. And being that it's such a high quality product, first of all, I always tell people that if I'm putting it in my body, it's got to be good, because I'm very particular about what I put in my body after having gone through a brain tumor and the whole healing journey, for those of you that don't know. So for me, it is crucial what I put in my body. I'm very, very clear that once I start, so just to be out there, my husband and I are going to be trying soon, once my whole situation gets figured out, and because I have a lesion right now, but the plan is to start trying. And what I've been on top of is making still sure right now to get the best nutrition in my body, because that's necessary for when we're about to get pregnant, right?
Absolutely. And making sure that your body is as healthy as it can be and as strong as it can be, that any of the unnecessary toxins are eliminated, that your stress levels are being managed, all of those things to sort of prime your body and make it as likely to be able to hold and secure a baby is awesome. And then during pregnancy, there's been so many of the clients and customers that I've worked with specifically who, one, often just don't even feel like eating. Nothing sounds good. They feel nauseous or have GI issues, or nothing sounds good. And 9 times out of 10, our shakes are literally the only thing that they say they can get down. And it's so easy, blend it up in 30 seconds, and they actually sit well with them and taste good, and they look or they feel good in their body, and so they look forward to having them. So part of it is simply just making sure you're putting something in your body to stay healthy and stay nutritiously sustained while growing a baby.
Yeah, because you're feeding 2 at that point. So, right? It's like you're feeding 2 people at that point, so it's necessary to make sure you get that nutrition into your body. And from one of the things I do remember, just to ask you, Rachael, because I feel like you've worked with more newer moms and whatnot, but it also, from what I hear, can help with the morning sickness too, right? With some of the nutrients.
Yeah, that's probably more of a objective test, like a testimonial that I've heard. I'm not sure there's sustained evidence to support that it absolutely will. However, just that feeling of nausea, having something to settle the tummy, something that does make you feel better, or certainly at least is easier than having to make a meal or prep something or eat solid food and chew a lot of it, that it just does go down easier. It's been a testimonial that I've heard many, many times, for sure. And I think the other thing, having the energy, so as you are growing another body, another baby, having that sustained energy to get through your day, to continue to work, to feel alive and be able to do all that you need to do, having things that boost your energy and make you feel like you can handle those things coming at you is super helpful for sure.
Yeah, I can see that. And
are you hearing me?
Yeah.
I can watch your mouth move, but then sometimes I don't hear any voice.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I totally can hear you. Let's make sure if anybody else that's watching, can you hear both of us? Give us a thumbs up on both Facebook and Instagram. We'd love to just make sure that you guys can hear us. That would be a great feedback. But yeah, I can definitely hear you. So.
Okay. Sorry. I think you were going to say something though.
Oh, no. What I was going to say, then one of the things I do love about Isagenix, because a lot of times people are like, are you still going to do Isagenix when you're pregnant? And I'm like, yeah, that's why we call them Isa babies. And I remember just even when I first started, and not as much recently. I don't know why. I don't see maybe because I have so many posts happening on Facebook. But I remember when I first started, there was actually a group and so many people would make comments about, especially those that it was their second or third baby. And the second or third baby was like an Isa baby versus the first one. They talked about the difference in the health of that baby even, and how doctors were pretty amazed at how healthy the baby was, how full grown the baby was, and just the comments around that. So for me, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. To me, it makes total sense to just flood my body with these types of nutrients. Now, of course, there are certain products that are not suitable for pregnancy or breastfeeding, right? But there's so many that are. So for me, it's just a duh kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing to be rest assured. When you start Isagenix, they absolutely will outline for you. These are 100% not only safe, but essential for good growth and health of your baby and sustained energy and the health of you as a mom who's holding the baby. But then they will say there's just not enough research to know that this is not unsafe. And so we are going to say, don't do these, or there's been, studies in the past or things that we know interactions with certain types of herbs that it may be unsafe. So they absolutely will say, this is the list of do not use products, but these are all the ones that will absolutely help and enhance your pregnancy. And I think what comes down to it, like everything else, whether it's pregnancy or it's supporting weight management or it's supporting potential prevention of chronic disease, is when your body has the right tools, it goes to work to do what the body should do. And so we know that our food supply is bankrupt. We know that we live in a highly toxic environment. We know that we have so much more stress than we may have had in the past. And so giving the body the right tools to go to bat to do the best that it can do is why people thrive. That's why moms feel so good when they're using Isagenix during their pregnancy or afterwards when they're breastfeeding, and why it's just like putting gas in your car. If you're running on fumes, you don't have those nutrients to support not only yourself, but now a second person that you're growing, of course you're going to feel fatigued, and of course you're going to have a more miserable experience. And why we have the testimonies from the women who compare Isagenix without or with no Isagenix and having a baby, and with Isagenix, and the difference is night and day, because they really had what they needed to be sustained.
And the other part that comes up when you say that, just to reiterate, like it really also is like a cravings thing too, because one thing that a lot of times I'll speak with people and they're like, well, I'm just always having cravings. And typically when you have cravings, it's because your body's actually not having enough nutrients or minerals. There's something missing. There's actually a chart that can tell you, like, well, if you're craving chocolate all the time, well, magnesium is low in your body. And that's just one example. And so that probably is going to happen even more so when you're pregnant, because, hey, you're feeding two people. So most likely you're going to be having more of those cravings. But when you're feeding your body all the nutrients and minerals that it needs, well, most likely you're not going to have those cravings. So that's another piece of it that I'm like, I actually look forward to having an ISA pregnancy, because I feel like it's just going to be with ease, and I'm all about ease. So that's what I look forward to personally.
And then I know I hear a lot of times too that the moms get really worried about the way their body is going to change. Whether or not going to be able to lose the post-baby weight, and just feeling comfortable in their own skin. Another thing that when you start using Isagenix before, during, and then certainly after your pregnancies, 9 times out of 10, again, the women come back and just tell me how much easier it was to get their pre-body shape back and feeling very confident in their skin and not having saggy skin because the increased protein tightens all of the skin, and that you just feel the ability to kind of knock off that extra baby fat and baby weight so much quicker and with ease, that they love it for that as well.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I'm taking notes here because sometimes my short-term memory isn't the best. So one of the things that all of a sudden popped into my mind when you said that, the post-pregnancy, were just so many fabulous women in their 40s having 3-4 children and have freaking 6-packs, and I'm just like, like how? And it really becomes, nutrition is the key with that, because yes, you can work out all you want, but without having that right nutrition in your body and allowing yourself to really just become more fit with that, then that's why a lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm going to be in my 40s and having a baby with a belly that never goes away. I'm like, well, let me show you some pictures of women that look amazing in their 40s. Some are late 40s, even 50s, that have 3-4 children. And it's like, you would never think so just looking at them. So that's something I definitely wanted to also speak to.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So yes, so that's really it. And if you are out there, you're either wanting to get pregnant or are pregnant or wanting to breastfeed, or even you're done breastfeeding, you're looking to get back into even being fitter than you were before pregnancy, that's what we're here for. Feel free to reach out either to myself, to Rachel. I actually have a promotion for those that start this week. If you start this week by Sunday, I will provide a really good promotion for you. That's something I'm offering this week. So that is out there as well. And if anybody has questions around it, would love to answer that too.
Yeah.
Is there anything
Chime
else?
in, write in the comments, any thoughts or suggestions you have. If you use Isagenix during your pregnancy and can attest to what we're saying, chime in and let us know for sure there. We'd love to hear your stories. And yeah, going along with what Anuschka said, we also have some really, really great health and wellness community support groups with people that have actually used the products. And again, you can hear their stories even though we've coached them. We haven't been there, so sometimes it's nice to actually hear it from someone else. And we can share those with you and show you and connect you with people that you can ask any questions to directly as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And people are so supportive. One of my favorite things with Isagenix is how supportive everybody is. And they'll definitely, and that's what I'm like looking forward to when it's my turn. I know there's tons of people I can reach out to for questions.
Always. Yeah. That's the best part.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Looks like we don't have any questions, but again, if you have anything that you want to ask us, you're more than welcome to reach out to either one of us. Thanks for watching.
Happy Monday.
Yes. Bye.